His decision to not wear the adorned clothing or the adorned jewelry, and now another sign. He is urging all Argentinians who want to come to Vatican City to celebrate to instead save their money and give it to the poor. Pope Francis literally stumbled in his second day on the job, but he quickly recovered and laughed it off with the rest of the cardinals. Earlier, he received a standing ovation from the men who elected him as he entered Clementine Hall at the Vatican. The new Holy Father is fluent in at least 5 languages, including English. At his first formal meeting with the cardinals, he spoke Italian. He paid tribute to Pope Emeritus Benedict, saying his faith and teaching, quote, enriched and invigorated the church. He plans to meet with Benedict in the next few days. The 76-year-old Pope also talked about the role of older people in the church, saying like good wine that gets better with age, they need to pass on their wisdom to young people. After his address, the Pope gave each of the 150 cardinals some one-on-one time. Many kissed his ring. There was plenty of joking and backslapping. One cardinal gave the Pope a charity bracelet. Others handed him envelopes. Several asked him to bless items inside paper bags.
They may have been asking him to bless rosaries they could take home and give to their close relatives.
Last night, the new pontiff unsealed the papal apartment, which had been closed off since Benedict moved out 2 weeks ago. The previous pope's closest aide rushed in to turn on the lights for Francis. Workers are now getting the apartment ready for him. Tomorrow, the Pope will hold an audience with journalists. There were some 5,000 here throughout this conclave process, and he'll have an opportunity to share some of his thoughts. Then on Sunday, he will hold his first weekly Angelus, an opportunity to teach tourists as well as the faithful more about the Catholic faith. Reporting from Vatican City, Vanita Nair, Eyewitness News.
Now, here's meteorologist Michelle Muscatello with your first forecast.
Another chilly day across southeastern New England as temperatures continue to run much cooler than average even for mid-March. Let's go ahead and take a look at where we are this afternoon now with sunshine. Temperatures have made it back up into the mid-30s, but wind chills still in the upper 20s with that west-northwest wind at 10 miles an hour and ultra dry air. Humidity levels right now only 25%. So it's no surprise we're not finding much on live Pinpoint Doppler 12 radar. A couple of flurries, though, will be moving in from our north and west, and they may clip our area late afternoon or early evening. And I have that reflected in the Futurecast here in your weather planner. 4 o'clock around 42 degrees with fading sun. Mostly cloudy for a time this evening. That flurry possible around 8. Temperatures at 37. The full 7-day Futurecast, including details on your St. Patrick's Day festivities weather-wise. It's all coming up in a few minutes.
Yeah, there's more coverage you can count on ahead on Eyewitness News at noon. Giving designated drivers a good deal. The plan local agencies are encouraging for a safe St. Patrick's Day. Then more trouble in paradise with the 3rd case of a Carnival Cruise Line ship running into issues at sea. We'll tell you what happened. Then later the chase is on. A news chopper catches up with a suspect and police well before morning commute even begins. More cruise ship issues. Another ship in Carnival's fleet is headed back to port with technical trouble. Company says technical issues changed the sailing speed of the cruise ship Legend, canceling a stop during the 7-day trip. Passengers will still arrive in Tampa as planned with a $100 credit in their pockets. Within the past month, 2 other Carnival ships also faced major issues. Local government agencies and business owners are joining forces this weekend. They're trying to form a unique new initiative to try to combat drunk driving this St. Patrick's Day weekend. Police, Mothers Against Drunk Driving, the DOT, along with local club and pub owners are promoting a designated driver program. So people who volunteer to be designated drivers can sign up with the Coliseum nightclub to get free non-alcoholic beverages as well as a free admission on their return. The National Highway Traffic Safety Administration says from 2006 to 2010, more than 700 people were killed nationwide in drunk driving crashes on St. Patrick's Day. Just under an hour from now, the city of Providence is marking St. Patty's Day with a celebration at City Hall. Pipes and Drum Squad of the Providence Police Department will perform, along with dancers from the Goulding School of Irish Dance. This annual celebration honors the thousands of Irish immigrants who live in Providence and their continuing influence. Coming up on Eyewitness News at noon, more coverage you can count on. A police chase after a suspect takes off from an officer. We'll show you how it all came to an end. Then workers trapped in a trench. We'll have more on how crews scramble to free them.
And we've got the cold air in place right now. Will we have any storms on the way? My full Futurecast is coming up. You're watching Eyewitness News and WPRI 12 coverage you can count on.
Security forces in Kabul say they have defused the biggest truck bomb ever found there. The truck had more than 17,600 pounds of explosives on it. Security officials say they found the truck Wednesday. When they started to raid the truck, 5 al-Qaeda-linked insurgents were killed in a resulting firefight. The group said to be behind the truck, the Haqqani network, is regarded, that is, as the most dangerous U.S. enemy in Afghanistan. Eyewitness News now catches a high-speed police chase that ended in a Terrible crash. It happened early this morning in Detroit. An officer had tried to stop the car, but the suspect assaulted him and took off. The suspect then zoomed past blocks of traffic, driving on lawns, plowing through intersections, and more. Police tried more than once to block the suspect in, finally ramming him into the wall of a building. The alleged driver, a 39-year-old Detroit man, is a suspect in more than a dozen car break-ins and is a parole violator as well. Police in Iowa City, Iowa start to pull over an SUV that's speeding down the road faster and faster. When it does stop, the driver jumped out in a panic.
Sir, we're delivering the baby right here, right now. Okay, go ahead.
And there were the head and arms, and the baby was all but born at that point. I think everybody was equally surprised, except for the baby.
And you hear the baby crying. A baby arrived by the time the officer walked over to the new mom in the passenger seat. Officer Kevin Wolf helped get her through labor and over to the hospital 2 blocks away. Mom and baby are said to be in good health.
Now, here's meteorologist Michelle Muscatello with your live Pinpoint Doppler 12 Futurecast.
Well, we have more sunshine than we did yesterday, but we're still having those chilly temperatures and times of brisk wind. Let's go ahead and we'll start off on our live Pinpoint Doppler 12 radar, and we're not finding any rain or snow over Rhode Island or southeastern Massachusetts. The radar picking up on a little snow shower, batch of flurries over parts of Connecticut and western Massachusetts. The air is so dry, though, overhead that what you can see is a lot of these just sort of fizzling out as they try to push east. I mean, our relative humidity right now only 25%. So while we are going to keep an eye on this batch of light snow showers, I don't think it'll bring much more than perhaps a few flakes, a few flurries later this afternoon or this evening. So City, Cam, and Providence, we do have mainly sunny skies. It's a nice looking day out. 36 though for your temperature, and the wind chill still in the 20s. West-northwest winds sustained around 10 miles an hour. Newport still at the freezing mark. Feels like 24 there. Again, notice how low the humidity is, only 31% in New Bedford. This afternoon has made its way back up to 36 degrees with a wind chill of around 30. So your headlines on this Friday, we are going to keep the brisk and chilly air in place. Temperatures next 7 days going to remain at or below average. You know, the weekend looks dry, but we are looking at a soaking rainfall in the forecast for next Tuesday. And I'm going to talk more about that because it may start off a little bit of a wintry mix. So you can see this batch of snow showers. It's tied into a cold front. As that front slides through, again, it runs into our very dry air here in eastern New England. Maybe enough for some extra clouds and a flurry, though, and that's what the Futurecast shows. This is 3 o'clock, so notice how some of those clouds are rolling in the afternoon hours. And then watch the timing here of a flurry or a sprinkle at 8 o'clock in the evening. A few communities may see a few flakes flying. Clears out pretty quickly, and tomorrow morning we are dry. Still tracking a disturbance off to our south and west. It's far enough away that we don't get any of the rain or the snow, but it's close enough to give us the clouds. So watch the extra clouds that pass through here at times on Saturday. And call it a partly to mostly cloudy day for your Saturday. For this afternoon, around 42 degrees, clouds on the increase, brisk and cool. This evening, a quick snow shower or flurry, mostly cloudy skies, and then overnight tonight, dry and chilly, all the way down to about 28 degrees. Not as cold as last night, but still fairly cool for mid-March. Saturday, we've got some St. Patrick's Day events. Newport parades going on, mostly cloudy skies. Down in Newport at 11 o'clock as the parade starts off around 39 degrees. Sunday, the actual St. Patrick's Day, we have temperatures starting in the 20s, working our way up to the low 40s. Should be a brighter day Sunday compared to Saturday. Now on Tuesday, we are looking at possibly a wintry mix Monday night into Tuesday morning, and then 1 to 2 inches of rainfall with that system. So our local rivers and streams will need to be watched as they could approach flood stage. 8 o'clock for your Wednesday, highs close to 40. It does look dry and cool for the end of next week. So looking ahead even towards the end of March, it still looks like our more of a winter pattern than a spring pattern setting up.
We need to break through it, Michelle.
I know.
All right, we'll keep our fingers crossed. Now we want to